Hey everyone, welcome to TeamMSRV, where we show you life is not over just because you have MS, for you or your caretaker.
And that's why we decided to sell everything and enjoy life to the fullest.
So follow us on our adventures for tips and tricks on how to cope with this disease on a daily basis.
And maybe we could help each other. So today we're going to be talking about our Florida trip. We were there for 3 weeks. We stayed over with our cousin. And we want to say thank you to them.
Yeah, shout out you guys. On our way down there, it was a pretty nasty trip, if you remember, right?
Oh yeah.
We had the last leg of our trip was from like somewhere in Georgia down to there. I think it was supposed to be like a 4-hour trip.
Yeah.
And it ended up being like 6 hours or more. And yeah, we had to pull over during the storm. I mean, there was a rest area, so we were able to pull over, and I mean, it was downpouring. It was like dark red on the radar.
It was bad. And then I remember when we stopped, I was like, this is taking way too long. And
yeah. We have a clip of her somewhere.
We'll show it to you guys.
Not a good day for traveling, is it?
No.
We're underway on a rainy day. There's 95. So in Florida, one thing that's kind of nice is that it's always sunny, and the first thing you think of,
beaches.
So I mean, we had to be a little careful and approach things a little differently, but we still did pretty good. I mean,
and it was the first time Rocky went in the beach too, like really enjoyed the beach.
yeah, I mean, it was a little hot for him, I think.
Yes.
But it was fun. He had a good time. We have some good shots of him cruising through the ocean. In preparation to go to the beach, you know, we had we brought an umbrella. We brought
waters,
a thick layer of sunscreen.
Yeah.
But you know, we haven't been in warm weather like that in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's so nice. The water's color.
It was beautiful. It was nice and warm. The water, when you go in, it was warm.
You know, I had a lot of fun, but you forget how much fun you're having, and you end up getting sunburned.
And you end up having symptoms.
Yes.
My symptoms, because I pushed too much. I was having so much fun. The cousins were with us, and we're like.
And it sounds, yeah, I mean, not to cut you off, but the heat, as you know, is an enemy of MS. So, say 2.5, 3 hours out there, and I mean, it was fun. It felt so good. Well, we haven't experienced something like that in years.
Exactly. And then we went back, and then when we were going back, we were going like early morning, and then we didn't stay too long, and then we did like later at night too.
You learned your lesson.
Yes.
That's all. And that's it. You just make an adjustment, right? So it doesn't mean you can't go to the beach. It's just the way we go to the beach is a little different now. You know,
right.
The first day was fun and all, and
Yeah.
that didn't change because she had the energy and we had the fun, but she paid for it later.
Yeah, the night of, and then the next day
Yeah,
also I was.
you were having a hard time.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, you know, still able to function, but just takes a little longer. Yeah, slower. And
yeah.
but that's all right. That's part of this whole experience. We're living and learning, and then sharing it with you guys. We're trying to help it make sense.
We're trying to help. I mean, if it helps someone out there that has this, that's what we're doing.
So the beach was a lot of fun for us. We had a lot of good times with our family. We went a few times, like 2 or 3 times while we were there that week. Then we decided that we wanted to, while we were down so far into Florida, we might as well go to the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we decided.
We got a hotel, and then we stayed at Homestead.
It was Homestead. Yeah, that's right. We disconnected in Port St. Lucie, where our family is.
Yeah.
They let us park there.
And then we
Shout out again.
Yes, thank you very much.
And then we drove down there just to. It's a lot tighter down there, and we knew we weren't going to drive the fifth wheel around Key West itself.
Yeah, and we weren't gonna. Yeah.
And we were trying to find campsites, and no one was really available down there because it was still out of season, which is in season for them. Mm-hmm. In down Florida. We were there for 3 nights, I think it was.
Oh, when we got there, It was all nice. It was very warm. Very, very warm. And then I started to have a migraine. And
That's right.
That
And we
was
forgot your medication for that.
yes.
She has emergency migraine medication.
And so it was a bad night for me and also for him because he had to deal with it. But the next day I called my doctor and they sent it to the pharmacy. So
Yeah, that was bad. That's right, I remember. I think you're vomiting and everything. It was pretty bad.
it was. Yeah.
But we were down there for adventure,
hmm
so we didn't let that discourage you.
No.
You got right on the horn with the doctors. They worked with you, sent you the prescription where you were,
Yeah.
which was really nice that they were able to just send it away like that.
hmm
And then that morning is
Yeah.
when we went to the Alligator Farm, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to the,
It was cool.
what is it, the Everglades Alligator Farm? I think it's
I
called.
think that's what it was, yeah. And
I'll put a picture of it somewhere around here for everybody.
and that they had alligators, they had the parakeet, and
Parrots. They also
Parrot.
had crocodiles, and it
all
was a good alligator farm.
It was a very good one.
It was like a
yes.
little mini zoo, and they take in injured stuff, injured animals that can't make it in the wild. So, their fees are worth it because you're supporting that. And it had a cool airboat ride.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
I mean,
airboat.
it was worth it.
Yes,
it was a
it
fun time.
was.
We were there for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
That was a fun time, and it was a good morning activity for us because, as you know, Tammy needs her naps. So we went back to the hotel, and it was getting hot that day anyway.
Yeah.
We went back to the hotel. I think I walked Rocky for a while you took a nap,
And then you work.
and then I did some work. Yep, and then when you got up, I think is that the same day we went to the Everglades?
Yes. Yeah.
And then we went to the Everglades National Park because that's what we're up to.
National parks.
So that place was at first, it was kind of like, what is this? It was just driving on one road, straight line for a very long ways.
There was nothing.
we
We're
were like, okay, I guess this is what it is. So we went all the way to the end of the road though, which was like Flamingo Point or something like that, where all the
That's
boat
right.
docks were.
Yeah, and I thought flamingo was like a bird.
Well, it is a bird. It was just the name
I
of this
thought there was like a lot of birds there. When we got there, there was nothing.
There was no birds.
There was no flamingo.
I mean, it was birds, but no flamingos. But what we did see,
It's a manatee.
yeah, manatees. There was like 3 or 4 of them, and they were just kind of cruising around the little bay area that we were in, or whatever you call it, a little cove that place had its docks in. Yeah, and that was pretty neat. I think I've seen them in like an aquarium before, but these were wild ones.
Yeah.
And they weren't like scared of us.
They were just. It looked like they were trying to like picture, like they would go. They come
up and breathe.
and then go back out.
See their whole giant bodies rising up, like 400, 600 pounds, whatever they are. They're huge.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so we did find one place with the boardwalk that was going through.
Oh yeah.
We didn't go all the way around, but we did go in quite a ways, and we came back out.
It was kind of scary.
It was because there was water on both sides of you, and the trees are like overgrowing, so you're walking like through this tunnel on a boardwalk. I mean, it's kind of scary, but it was kind of cool at the same time because it's something we've never seen. You don't see that in Maine.
No, you
Nothing like, I mean, maybe water on both sides, but not. The greenery around here is very different than what they have in Maine.
don't. Yes.
But that was an awesome time, and I'm glad we did it, and we got a little pin for our national park collection.
Right.
Yeah, so that was cool. So the next morning, we left pretty early to go to the Keys.
Yes, we did. It was very early.
Yeah, and it was like a 2-hour drive from where we were. And that's pretty neat because it's bridge after bridge, and you come into like this little town where there's gas stations and all these little stores, and then like you're on a bridge again.
And it's one lane to go, one lane to come back.
That's it. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Everyone's used to it. That's just the way traffic is. It's just one way in, one way out.
Yeah, and because it was so long, I was able to take a nap when he was driving.
A pretty good nap too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was good. And then when we arrived, I mean, the roads are tiny out there. If you've been, you know that they're very small. Even our full-size truck, I was like squeezing around neighborhoods. It was wild. So we did find a spot eventually to park.
And then we just walked to
mile marker 0.
Yes.
But it was a nice walk.
Yeah.
Got to see the little town and little stuff that they do there. And so then after our trip down southern Florida, we went back to Port St. Lucie and spent another 10 days with them.
Yes.
And that we did more park hopping around. You know, one thing we learned about Florida is there's no water that's really safe for your dog to go like swimming in.
No.
So Maine, any water is safe for your dog to go swimming in. I mean, maybe not the ocean, but anything else.
Yeah.
It's all fresh and safe.
So what we had to do is walk Rocky at night because it was too hot for me to walk too hot for him.
Yeah, he's a black lab, so that's northern Canada. You know, he's used to, well, his breed is from that.
Mm-hmm.
So southern Florida is not his type.
No.
And like you, it's not your type of weather.
Well, and that's why we left, because it was getting too hot.
But that was fun. I mean, that time in the pool, you know, was nice. We barbecued a little bit more. Mm-hmm. We did more of the local parks around their house.
Yes.
That was nice.
One of our cousins were coming with us to walk Rocky. She's like, hey, are we walking tonight? So, yeah.
He grows on you.
He does, right?
So, yeah, it was a good time. Florida was nice. But it started getting very hot. Mm-hmm. At the end of that week that we came back. It was like day 8 or day 9, and we were suffering.
Yeah, I was suffering. And then we even did an adventure or activities inside. We went bowling.
Oh yeah, we went bowling. That's right. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was fun.
It was, because it was nice and inside. It was cold.
Air conditioned.
Yeah, so we did 2 games of bowling.
I won one. Then you won the second one by a lot more.
I did. I got like better, but I paid for it the next day or after.
Yeah, so it was oddly, just bowling itself was tough on you.
Yes.
And she had all kinds of back pains and leg pains and stiff neck and.
Yeah, I mean, we used to bowl before that.
Yeah, we were very separated from everybody, which is something we appreciated.
Yes.
And then now we're starting our trek back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're back in South Carolina.
Yes.
We did the 9-hour run this time instead of splitting it up.
That's right. Yeah.
And I would say it's an equal amount of payback you have to do, basically, you know, to recovery, I should say, not payback, but it's an equal amount of recovery for you, whether it's 2 days of travel or 1 day of travel. You still need the same amount of recovery time, which is interesting.
Yeah, we're still learning.
So next time I'll drive 3 days straight, see how you can handle that. And another thing about Port St. Lucie, very clean. I have to say that the streets, the sidewalks, even on the side roads, it was clean. Like, I'm not sure if it's the people have pride there of their beautiful little town, or if the town has a good budget to clean up trash.
Yeah.
Or both.
We didn't see no trash.
I mean,
at
you
all.
noticed how clean it was.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, versus, I'm not going to name any specific towns, but there's states we've traveled through where there's so much trash on the road. It's like embarrassing.
It was.
So we'll probably go back to Florida one of these days because we want to do Miami Beach. We want to do, there's another national park down there that's mostly underwater. We probably have to snorkel or something to do that. Yeah. So I want Biscayne, I think it's called. So we want to do that. Plus, our cousins want to see us again.
Yes. They were sad when we left.
That was a hard driveway to back into. Also, that was a good test of my patience, which I probably failed miserably at. But we got it in there twice. So yeah, that's about it.
Yes. All done.
Till next time.
Till next time. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. Use our playlist to watch our video in order.
And the best way to support us is to like this video and subscribe to our channel and get notifications. Don't forget, 25% of any money ever earned on this channel will be donated to an MS cause of your choosing.
As a team, we got this.